Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Thursday Night Net of the Ozarks Amateur Radio Society. This net we call every Thursday at 8 p.m. on this frequency of 146.460. No PL tone, no offset. My name is Sean, and my call sign is K0MAD. While it's not an emergency net, if anyone has any emergency traffic at any time, just please call break. Does anyone have any emergency traffic at this time? Please call now. All right, nothing heard. The gold Simplex net is to communicate as far as possible, antenna to antenna without the use of a repeater. I will use a net logger for check-ins on this net, and if you want to check in early, you can do so on net logger. Just look for the Oars Simplex net there. This net is being streamed live on my YouTube channel, if my internet holds out, which it looks like it might. Just search my call sign, K0MAD, and you should be able to find it. Let's see, do we have any short time or mobile? Actually, let's take any announcements. Do we have any announcements at this time? Please call now. All right, well, let's see if we got any short time or mobile stations. I've got an S9 plus 10 static level. Hopefully I can hear anybody tonight. Any short time or mobile stations, please call now. Anybody that's watching YouTube, I'll let you guys hear what rain static sounds like. Yeah, that's rain static. That stuff is horrendous. That means there's a nice static charge built up on my tower, and it hasn't discharged yet. So that means I'm a nice big target for lightning right now. Anyway, let's see, no short time or mobile stations, so we'll jump up to the top of our short net logger list, KE0DGB, Jimmy in Springfield.
Hello, Sean, and everybody on the net. Everything's going pretty good here. I just think I'd blown up my amplifier again though this morning. Come down and turn it on, and turns on and everything, but it wasn't working. It wasn't working. And I looked around, and kept on messing with it. About 15, 20 minutes. I finally figured out it had the wrong profile up on the radio, and that profile wasn't set to run the amplifier. So anyway, I got it figured out, so I felt pretty good. I was worried. Anyway, that's about all that's going on around here. Good hearing you, and hope everybody else. So back to you, John. K0DGB.
Well, I'm glad you figured that out, Jimmy. All right, hey, thanks for checking in. I don't know, I couldn't tell you what you were signal-wise because the static was stronger than you are, but I could hear everything you said. Thanks for checking in, Jimmy. All right, let's see, we'll move down to KE6 GAE, Dave in Rogersville. Hang on, Dave. Let me get a beam pointed at you. That's the only way I'm going to be able to do this.
I can hear you, Dave.
All right, we got the beam over there. I ought to be able to pick you out now.
All right, John. Yeah, Jimmy, you might be able to hear me, but I'm looking at the static level he's got, and his noise level is wow. So he's having a hard time hearing anybody on the vertical. So hopefully you hear me now, Sean. Don't have a whole lot for the net. I'm ready for this week to be over. It's been a week. Other than that, that's about all we got, so we'll pass it back to net control. Thanks for doing the net tonight, Sean. KE6GAE, back to net control.
All right, well, I got the beam on you there, and that really changed things. That made it where I wasn't picking the noise up from everywhere. I got you 5.8 that time on the beam there, Dave. Hey, thanks for checking in, and yeah, I'm glad the week's over myself. I don't have to go to work tomorrow unless something blows up. So, just glad the week is over. All right, let's see here. Let's move. Actually, let me change it back to the other antenna because he probably won't be able to hear me. All right, let's see if we can pull out N7LP Lee. Otherwise, Lee, if I can't hear you, you're going to have to wait for the beam because I've got rain static on the antenna right now. Yep, if you're in there, Lee, I can't hear nothing. You're just going to have to wait till I run the beam around. I've got an S9 rain static and wind static noise level on the antennas right now.
He was in there.
Yeah, I figured he probably was, but he's usually only about an S2 or 3, and I got an S9 noise level. So why don't you just relay him, Bob? Then we can get that done.
N7LP, K80IM, my relay. Go ahead there, Lee. Okie dokie, yeah, I don't have too much copy. I can copy you, but that's about it there. Yeah, Sean got a bunch of static. I don't have that much static over here myself. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, good to hear you in there. And let's get back to Sean. K80RM.
All right, Bob, thank you. Yeah, I've got a lot of rain static right now. That's the downside to having a tall tower, is you get a lot more rain static. So, oh well, the price you pay for having tall antennas that are almost 100 feet in the air. All right, so we'll check out N7LP and see we're at the bottom of the list. We have any other check-ins that hopefully I can hear.
KE0LTG.
All right, I got KE0LTG, and there was somebody else that doubled with you, Lawrence. Who else we got in there that doubled with Lawrence? Okay, well, we'll just go to Lawrence. KE0LTG. How you doing, Lawrence?
Well, I had a busy day. I've been helping a guy with his hearing aid. He has an Oticon hearing aid, and of course it's pretty well digital and all that stuff. So he was needing a new battery, which up in Springfield is where they change it there. And so I took it up and had it changed, but I was looking on the internet at that battery in it. It's a special battery. Now, Oticon hearing aids say, oh, you just come and we'll change it in the clinic here, which if they have it at the clinic, they can. They didn't have this guy's battery the first time. But when I looked on the internet, that hearing aid battery is 3.8 volts at 20 milliamp hours. And then eBay priced it at $64 and something, I guess, coming from China. And if you get those two batteries here in the United States, they're lithium-ion. They start about 144, and then you probably have installation. And assuming they didn't try to talk you into sending it to the factory to be checked out. Boy, that's a high price for a rechargeable hearing aid. It'd be like you're paying everything up front like an electric car, paying for all the gas then. But I don't know. It really, you hear people complain about hearing aid battery cost, and boy, I thought that would have rocked your teeth to get a hearing aid battery costing you about $160, $170.
Yeah, but you know, it's kind of hard to put a price on hearing, you know?
Apparently some people are going on that assumption because I know people want to hear, but sometimes it's like this medical stuff, you think they're really being taken advantage of. It is a highly special battery, and it's very tiny, but it has about the 3.8 volts of your computer USB port, so it does the job well, I guess, when it works, but boy, what a shock. I figured it would be something fairly interchangeable, and it's not. Now, the other hearing aids they send back to the company to have the company replace the battery, but I got a shock on those tiny hearing aid cost, all right, but yeah, I like hearing too, so I can relate to that.
Yep, well, no, you're right. They do take advantage of people. That's just the medical industry. That's their job, is to take all the money from all the insurance companies and drive the rates up on everything that surrounds it.
Well, they did put some new batteries in. It was under warranty, but the internet says like you got serial numbers on those batteries, so if you was doing that yourself or something, you could wind up voiding your warranty. So that's a thing, too, to consider if you're helping somebody with hearing aid, that if it's under warranty, you could void that warranty for them. Anyway, well, other electronics is that way, too. Anyway, this is KE0LTG saying hello to the group. I did see James Roman a few minutes ago, and he was resting comfortably over in Cox room 120 if you get over that way. But anyway, 73 to the group, KE0LTG, clear.
All right, Lawrence, thanks for checking in. Let's see, we're going to move down to KB0RHA, Rich in Mount Vernon. How you doing, Rich?
Oh, doing pretty good, Sean. Everybody on the net, I hope you're copying me all right. I cranked up the power just a little bit, but anyway, not much going on here. Waiting on the rain to come in, I guess. That's about all I've got for the net. KB0RHA, back to net control.
All right, Rich, yep, 5.9 plus about almost 10 dB there, so no problem at all breaking in. All right, I see a KI5 Zulu Golf Echo just checked in on NetLogger, so we'll try KI5 Zulu Golf Echo. Are you there, or just on the NetLogger? And just like that, he's offline, so must have been just down the NetLogger. All right. Well, we're at the bottom of the list. Do we have any more check-ins before I start swinging the beam around?
Kilo Alpha Zero, Romeo Mike.
I thought you'd never check in. KA0RM. Go ahead.
I didn't think you could hear me. That's the reason I was kind of hesitating there. I got the beam pointed north there. Maybe Lee can hear me now. I know I can hear him a lot better probably. But, yeah, we got Orsine Chewy, too, there, and he's pretty bad off there, so I talked to Janet for, about an hour, I guess, over there, too, so. Anyway, that's what's going on here. Don't know much else. Like I said, I don't think we're going to get any rain there. Maybe a lot of static, but I don't think we're going to get any rain here. I don't think we're scheduled for any anyway. Let's see here. What else here? David, he come over here and got a rotor or a aluminum plate for a box for his lighting arresters that I got for him, and we kind of repaired the roof up here on my shop where I was leaking. We found a screw that the rubber was gone, and we put a new screw in there and filled the hole with some silicone I had there, and put a new screw a couple inches away, so maybe that'll help. Been leaking for a long time. I just put a bucket underneath there, but didn't want to crawl up there. But anyway, he was over here and we done that. So hopefully you can hear me. KE0MAD, KA0RM, and hello, Jimmy.
Yeah, I hear you, Bob. You're way over the noise. And, yeah, copy that on Bob with a loose screw. Yep, that'll do it every time. All right, I'm going to jump over to the beam. We're going to start running that thing around. All right, this is K0MAD, and I'm looking to the southeast, and this is the Oars Simplex net. We're looking for any other check-ins.
Paul, KD0, EOA in Cape Fear.
Paul, K80EOA, how are you doing this evening?
Well, pretty good. Working on my radio project. I've been messing with the amplifier chassis part of the radio. I got it repainted, reassembled, all the wires and stuff soldered back in place. I had to pull some transformers and a choke and other stuff off of it. Well, anyway, I got one last component here. I got to solder some wires on, and then let's see. Oh, I got to reinstall a speaker. It's a replacement speaker. This was a type of radio that had what's called a dynamic speaker. So it has a field coil and then it has a voice coil and then a big coil on the back of it that was part of the. It's basically a filter choke for part of the power supply. But the speaker's damaged, so you can replace them with a permanent magnet speaker, and that's what I'm in the process of doing.
Oh, all right. Well, you ready for the storms that are going to roll through here in a little bit?
Well, I was waiting to see how that worked out. I got to run the net at 9, so hopefully maybe I can get that done, and then I'll unplug everything and shut everything off and unhook it.
Yeah, I was disconnecting the HF as we were speaking and grounding out the coax connections. It's getting awfully just listening to you, and I'm pointed to the southeast. I'm hearing all kinds of popping.
Oh, well, that's pretty good then. If it's disrupting VHF, usually VHF is, if it's far enough away, it's a little quiet. I'll have to keep an ear out, so to speak. If I hear thunder, that's it. Everything's going off and getting disconnected.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Paul. Hey, 5.7. Great signal tonight. Even, of course, once I switched over to the beam, the static level really came down, especially on the flat side. So I'll say 7.3 to you, Paul, and let me jump on over to the vertical side. All right, this is K0MAD looking to the southeast still on the vertical side. On the beam, we're looking for any further check-ins. All right, pointed to the east and north a little bit, towards Springfield and maybe a little bit of Rogersville there. This is K0MAD with the Oars Thursday Night Simplex net, looking for further check-ins. All right, pointed to the north and to the west just a little bit towards Stockton. And we'll see if we got anybody in there. This is K0MAD. All right, now that we're pointed over towards Mount Vernon, let's see. Lee, are you still in there? N7LP, K0MAD.
I am still here. It's a spectacular storm, I think.
think you're right, Lee. All right, well, I got you in there. I just wanted to say hello since I couldn't hear you, but now we got a copy on you. All right, Lee, thanks for hanging in there and checking in on the second round there. And, yeah, definitely disconnect. Anytime I get static charge on the antenna, that means we're in usually for a pretty good lightning storm. N7LP, KU0MAD. All right, this is KU0MAD looking towards Joplin and Carthage. Looking for further check-ins for the Oars net. All right, we're going to rotate this thing around to the southwest where it's not pointing into the storm. Make one last call, and then we will shut this thing down. This is KU0MAD looking towards Rogers and Springdale down in Arkansas. Looking for any more check-ins. Okay, back on the omnidirectional for any last-minute check-ins or any comments for the net. Please come now. All right, nothing heard. 8 check-ins, including myself. And the internet held out. The stream kept going. So I think I've fixed the problem. So anyway, thanks everybody for checking in. And I'm going to close the net, return the frequency back to normal average use, and disconnect the antennas. This is KU0MAD.